Okay, this is Truck Camper Electrical Upgrade Part 1. I'm doing it live because my phone is having a hard time. I bought this to trim up the camper, to touch up the camper in certain places on the outside of the camper. This is gloss ivory. You may ask, what is this thing here? This is a battery box. It's the same kind of battery box in the Lance truck camper, the newer Lance truck campers. They use this to put the coach battery under the dinette seat. Okay, this top comes off. You have your rubber. It's just like the same on the top and bottom both. Um, this is where your battery cables go through, and then this is gonna come here, the battery cables. Now the only bad thing about this thing, it's got to sit flat on the floor under my dinette, and it's going to be just like your uh, um, Lance. I've got to cut this thing off flush and flat, and I've managed to find a way to replace my grinder bit. I replaced my grinder bit on my grinder. I'm able to use it. Cut this off flat. Get a piece of foam board and patch this hole because I don't need a hole. This is the battery. Sits in here. It sits under my dinette seat in the camper. Okay, and then there's a hose I've got, and the hose has to come up here and run out the wall of the camper. And that's to vent it to the outside. You have to vent the battery to the outside, and this is exactly the way the Lance does their truck camper with their dinette under the seat. So that's what I'm going to do. I have a lot of stuff ordered. I've got battery cable, crimping. As a crimping tool, you used to crimp to add the connector on the end of the battery cable. I went with 4 gauge battery cable. I went with 4 gauge battery cable. That's what people use. And that battery box is supposed to hold a 100 ampere battery. 100 amp hour. My built-in converter in my camper is a single stage charger. That doesn't work with AGM batteries. I'm going to go with a 100 ampere AGM battery. Okay. Okay, now. This is my charger. Okay. This is an iota. It's a converter that charges. And there's a controller that hooks onto this. And you can get different. It has a telephone style plug that plugs this into this. You can't see it. That's it. DSL 30 converter charger. Okay, now 30 amps. And I'm going to get the AGM controller that's coming through the mail. The AGM controller connects onto this. Your battery cables go in here, and this is going to go somewhere in my camper. Going to be hooked to my battery system. See, there's the fan. Brand new, too, of Amazon. $139 on Amazon. So, sorry, baby. Anyway. Anyway, guys. Dang. Aggravating the shit. Hold on. Okay, I'll show you guys. I'll show you how the now. This is how you see they have the battery cable, the battery box inside the camper, and this is the kind of hose I have running up like this. Okay. Okay, here it is in one Lance camper. You see the battery boxes under the dinette seat. Here it is again, the dual battery boxes for the 2 batteries under the seat. Here it is, that is definitely the Lance, especially the Lance 650. They have the refrigerator up in the cab over. I'm going to have so this is how my system is going to be. That is the battery box that I've got, like my battery box, the same kind. And my battery box is RVIA approved. So I just wanted to show that to you. And I bought another circuit breaker. Similar to this, I've got room for a third circuit breaker. And this 15-amp circuit breaker is going to be able to turn my converter on and off. And I can turn my house converter off with this new breaker that I ordered on eBay. I can turn the battery, I can turn it off. You see this here, this third space is for a third breaker. And I'm going to run my house converter through this breaker. You can turn it on or off. In the blue breaker, it says the new one's going to have 2 blue breakers. The blue is 15, this one is 20, and this is 30. So the blue is always 15 amp. It's a dual, just like that, dual 15 amp. And I'm going to run my house converter through it, and I can turn off the house converter. You turn off the house converter to run this converter, because this is a converter and a charger both. And this will charge up my battery like in 5 hours. Charge up my whole 100 ampere coach battery. Hello, dude abides. How are you? Just talking about my electrical upgrades. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So, and I don't have room on my phone to do the electrical upgrades. So, here's another idea too. Now, instead of what I'm thinking of to have a place to put my generator on the back of my camper, this guy built a wooden bumper on the back of his truck camper. Oh, I bought some things for my truck camper, Dudabites. This guy here built a bumper, a wooden bumper to go on the back of his truck camper, and you can cover it with fiberglass and paint it. See, that's it. That's his homemade bumper. I'm thinking of building a wooden homemade bumper like this to go in the back of my truck camper, and I'll just mount my generator on there. First of all, Dudabides, I bought this, and I can bypass my original converter. I want to charge my coach batteries off my generator. I paid $139 for this on Amazon, and it has a controller to hook to it. There's where your batteries hook on. You got a fan, iota, and it has an IQ controller to hook into this. DSL30 Series M, 30 amp charger, 30 amp charge rate to charge your coach batteries. For my coach battery system for my truck camper, and it's supposed to be vented to the outside. This is exactly how the Lance truck camper does it. The new Lance 650 truck camper has the coach battery in the camper under the seat. See, the Lance, that's a Lance 650 truck camper. It has your coach battery inside a battery box, just like this, under your dinette. See, under the dinette. That's how the Lance does it in the truck camper. I'll show you again my battery box since you maybe weren't. So I'm gonna put my coach battery under my dinette seat. It's a 100 amp hour battery, and I can add another 100 amp hour battery under my other dinette seat, so I can have 2 batteries, one under each dinette seat, and both here's my coach battery box. Okay, and the hose here is to vent it to the outside, Your coach battery goes in here. This thing here is RVIA certified. So it's certified for RVs. It's not just something somebody's going to hack together. But I've got to cut this thing off the back of here, bottom of here. I have to cut that off because I want this thing to sit flat on the floor under my dinette. So I have to cut that off flat and patch it somehow. Cut that thing off flat so this can sit flat on the floor. So this is where your coach battery will come in at. So I want it to be professional. And then I'll have that's how I'm going to have my coach battery in my camper. So I bought that for a 100 amp hour Group 27. Group 27 battery is what that'll hold. So the 100 amp hour battery is a Group 27. And so that's what I'm going to do there. And I've been wanting to do this because my truck camper didn't come with a coach battery. But I bought all my cables online for a 4AWG battery cable, and I bought a crimper tool so I can add my cable ends onto my cables, and bus bars to connect everything up together professionally. So I've got everything online ordered. It cost me about $300 and something, and that doesn't even count the coach battery. It's just all the battery box and the charger converter and everything I need to run the battery minus the battery, and then $200 more for a single coach battery at 200 amp hours. So this is part one of Coach Truck Camper Electrical Upgrades. So how are you doing, Dudaby? It's good to see you late this evening. So I just thought I would talk to everybody. I don't have any memory on my phone right now because I don't have any storage memory on my phone to upload videos. On my phone didn't have any memory on it. The memory's screwed up or something. So this is what I'm going to do. So I think this is really a cool thing how this person built a wooden bumper on the back of their truck camper. They put that on the back of their truck camper. And there it is. You can put fiberglass on it and paint it white. You can shape it however you want to, and onto the back of it, I want to put my generator on the back of the bumper. So, lots of upgrades. I had a chance to see a nice Class B camper van to sit in a nice Class B RV. Okay. And it had a nice TV in the back of it, of this Class B that I was in. In this video, later on in the future, I met someone and they had a Class B camper van, and it wasn't Elvis Travels. I don't know, Dudabides. I'm going to think of the weight rating of it, but maybe I should do some kind of metal bumper. Yeah, I guess it is. Well, you could get, maybe I'm thinking of a bumper off of a heavy-duty truck. Find some other way to have a bumper somewhere. I want to find some way to I'd like to find a way to get my generator on the back of my truck. I mean, on the camper. I'll have to find a way to do it correctly. I'll do it some way. I just don't know exactly how yet. Okay. Okay, guys. Dudabites, nice to see you. I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to watch Coates 9000 series. He's going to do a rant, I think. So I will catch you guys later, and this was part one of Coach Battery Upgrades. Okay, bye.